Hello everyone, myself Rupesh Bolkar, and our today's topic is classes and object and access modifiers in Java. Okay, so before moving on to our topic, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, I am Rupesh Bolkar. I did my graduation from Government College of Engineering, Osari, Pune, in 2020 with CGPA 6.17, specialized in computer science. Okay, so now let's move on to our topic, which is object and classes and and access modifiers in Java. Okay, so as we know that Java is an object oriented programming language, not purely object oriented programming language, because of the primitive data types. Okay, which is that primitive data types afterward converted to the object with the help of the wrapper class. Okay, so now the OOPS has some features like class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, and so on. Polymorphism, interface, and abstraction. Okay, so the main the main feature of that is class. Okay, so what is class? Class is nothing but nothing but the collection of the object. Okay, so class is nothing but the blueprint for the creation of the object. Okay, so what are the classes? What are the classes? What the class consists. Okay, so class can consist fields, variables, methods, blocks. Okay, and nested class. So for this now another one is object. Okay, object is nothing but an entity. Okay, a real world entity, which is for example pen, paper, chair. Okay, so the object has some states and behavior. In the programming language, the states are it's a variable, and the behavior is defined by the variable is defined by the methods. Okay, the we can create the multiple objects with the help of the class. Okay, we can create the object with using new keyword. For the creation of the object of that class, the syntax is as follow: class name, variable name equals to new class name. Okay, so in this way we can create the multiples object. Okay, of a single class. Okay, so in Java programming, the everything we considered as everything we write in a code is considered as an object. Okay, so object can be considered as a logically, and also the practically. So that's why we use that's why Java is an object oriented programming language, which means that everything we write, everything we code in Java is considered keeping in mind that thing is an object. Okay, so for example, the example of the objects are earth, pen, chair. Okay, so as I said, each object has its states and property. Okay, so for let us take an example of pen. Okay, pen is an object. Pen is an object. Okay, it has states like color of that pen. Okay, and we can and the behavior of that is that it can write. Okay, now another topic is our access modifiers. Okay, there are two type of access modifier. First one is access modifier, and another one is non-access modifiers. Okay, so in access modifier there are there are four access modifier available in Java. Okay, so first one is private, another is public, next one is protected, and last one is default. Okay, so we can use access modifier with variables, with class, and also with the methods. Okay, so whatever we are writing, whatever the access modifier we are writing front of the class or the variables or the method, it defines their visibility and their range where we can until where we can access. Okay, so if I say class as a private, then it cannot be. If I said class as a private, then which means that class class is make as a private, and we cannot inherit that private class. Okay, another and if we write a private as a variable, then it can be accessed within the class. It cannot be accessed outside that class. Okay, and if I write private method as a private, then it can then it also access within the class. It cannot be accessed outside that class. Okay, in similar way, the private means that it can be accessed within the class. It cannot be accessed outside the class and only within the package. Okay, so another one is protected. Protected is used in the concept of the inheritance. Okay, protected is the limit for the protected is that it can be accessed outside the class, outside the class, but only in the subclass cases. Okay, outside it can be accessed outside the package, but when only if the inheritance is performing. Okay, so suppose if I have class A in one package and class B which extends class A in another package, so I can access if I say that variable as a protected of that parent class, then I can access the that variable in a subclass. Okay, if it is said as a protected. And another one is default. If we do not write any access modifier front of the variables, class, or the method, then it will then the compiler will automatically consider it as a default. Okay, so the default is default can be accessed as a default can be accessed outside the class, but within the same class, within the same package. It cannot be accessed outside the package. Okay, now another one is public. If we write method or variable or a class as a public, then it can be accessed everywhere in the project. Okay, it can be accessed outside the class, outside the package, everywhere within the project. So these are the access modifiers and class and object in Java. Thank you.